Yes guys, Jess here, back with another video. You've read the title. We have massive liquidity piling up on both sides. You can see we have massive liquidity around the 99.5 in towards the 98k level. However, we have liquidity piling up below us as well from positions opening right now. If you zoom out just a little bit on the 48-hour liquidations, you can see we have the same story printing over there. And if we take a more holistic view on the weekly time frame, you can see we have majority of the liquidity actually above us over there, and you can see Bitcoin always moves to the majority of the liquidity. You can see we've been grabbing the liquidity consistently all the time, and you can see we have a lot of liquidity above us. However, there is still some below us, so we need to be evaluating both of the different scenarios and seeing what is more likely to play out. So with that being said, be sure to smash up that like button, guys. Let's try to get above 20 likes this video. That'll be absolutely amazing. And yeah, let's get straight away towards this banger. Bow. So you can see here, guys, we've been exactly predicting this breakout over there. We were bullish all the way from down over here. We were telling you guys potentially we can see a little liquidity grab there, and then we can actually break out this trend line and move higher. You can see exactly we're doing that right now, and in the lower time frames we're creating a nice bullish structure where I do expect continuation in towards at least a 99.5 100k mark over there, and then potentially we can evaluate if we'll get a little pullback before creating another higher low and continuing, or maybe we come a little bit lower in towards our liquidity pocket over there. I showed you guys on the liquidation heat map, and then actually can resume the buying activity. We have to see all the different scenarios, but you can see we have a nice falling wedge that we did actually cover on this channel way before a lot of people, and you can see over here as well. If we go into the 2-hourly time frame and we zoom in just a little bit, you can see that we have a nice falling wedge that's actually broken out after that retest on the 1st of January, as you know, and more on that later. The 1st of January, remember that date, that's very key. You can see we had this bull flag, we tested it on the 1st of January, very key, and then we actually broke out, and that is massive, guys. So we closed the first day of the year bullish, and actually I'll cover it right now. Why not, guys? So you can see over here, Crypto Science actually points out that historically, when you do close the first day bullish, then yes, the rest of the year is most likely going to be bullish. This happened 8 out of 9 times, and he followed up to see that this was on the 1st of January. He followed up and he said that if we close the day bullish, it's likely that this year can be very green, and you know the statistics are on our side. So you can see your halving years, specifically 2016, you have 2020, and then you had 2024. They were all halving years and they closed massively bullish, and typically the year after the halving year, you have your altcoins doing crazy numbers, and the year is actually positive as well. So yes, guys, we can actually see a massive alt season and a massive bullish close for the Bitcoin price. So yes, guys, things are really good. We have this shorter time frame bull flag playing out. We have this falling wedge as well actually playing out. So things are looking extremely good, guys. Make sure to smack up that like button. Let's go on to the next chart. And you can see we've exactly been talking about this ascending triangle for Ethereum, and this is actually massively bullish. We need to be covering this and be making sure that we're all in before this massive breakout, and then we go in towards new highs potentially after testing the all-time highs of 4k. But you can see we have consolidation above a big resistance. You can see the first time we spent no time there, within 2 4-hour candles we were already rejecting over there. Here we had consolidation. However, this was more of a distributive consolidation pattern. Things weren't as bullish as now. We didn't have funding rates as low as we do right now. So you can see on this chart over here, the Bitcoin funding rates over here are extremely low, and if you look at the Ethereum funding rates too, they are very low. So this is showing me that this time the environment is different. The environment is very different, and you can see we have consolidation around our previous resistance, and when you see consolidation around a very big level and not a sharp decline, then that consolidation over there just below the key level is potentially buyers getting ready to actually push price a lot higher, and you get the most explosive moves in those kind of environments there. So I'm looking at a massive reversal from Ethereum. This can be like a Bart Simpson pattern or a bullish checkmate, where you have nice consolidation after a big sharp move down, and you respond just in the same fashion, guys. And you can see in this description over here, you can see it's very similar to Ethereum. We have a massive aggressive sell-off actually that we had on Ethereum. Then we have a consolidation before we've met with the exact same response from the bulls. You know, take that, bears. This is exactly what we're looking at, and you can see the definition says that in a bullish checkmate, you see on the right hand side over here that the opposite occurs. So typically at a support rather than resistance level, the long wick of the first pink bar in the red box establishes the low that the bears cannot achieve, price is trapped thereafter. So you can see that once you have that liquidation wick like I talked about, you have nice consolidation after bears fail to break price below that point, and we actually trade in a narrow trading range, i.e. a consolidation pattern, until bulls successfully reverse the trend. You can see the tall white bar, i.e. a green candle, actually immediately after the box just in the diagram over there confirms a bullish reversal. So this is exactly what I'm seeing on Ethereum, guys, when I talk about bullish checkmate or about Simpson. So I'm seeing a massive new all-time high being put in from Ethereum, and I'm gonna call this here. I'm gonna say the new all-time high, potentially we can see it by the end of next week, guys. Keep your eyes peeled, keep your finger on the pulse, because definitely we can see a new all-time high within the next 2 weeks to a week time. This is looking really bullish. We have Trump's inauguration coming up. We can rally into that. There's so many different verticals pointing towards new highs, so we need to be straight on the charts, you know, making sure that we have all our levels prepared. We have all the different scenarios in our head ready, and we're not missing out on this massive opportunity. So you can see here on Blofin, I just loaded up a small account here. I started off with about $400 there, and we are exactly breaking out. We've pointed the relevant levels and the execution levels on our channel, and if you're paying attention and you agreed with my opinion, then definitely you could have taken advantage of this opportunity. We're up more than 100% over there, and this is just a start for Ethereum, because our stop loss is at break even, our entry price. So worst case scenario, if we do actually just reject from here, then that's fine. We'll just try and long the wick fill where we had that sharp wick. That's inefficiency on the chart. There's lots of liquidity there. We can actually just get the lowest risk, highest reward. So the highest risk to reward opportunity over there with a nice tight stop loss, and then we have all-time highs. We have uncharted territory for our take profit. So if we do come back and just stop me out here at my entry price, where in fact I would actually make some profit, so you can see my TP and stop loss, I'll make $5 if it hits my stop loss. That's completely fine. I'm actually open to that happening. So guys, we are swing long on Ethereum. I think there's a massive catch-up trade, and we'll talk about that a bit later. So if you're enjoying the video and you want to be trading yourself, make sure to be checking that first link down below. If you check that first link down below, this will take you to this page over here, which is the sign up page for Blofin. Blofin are one of the best exchanges out there, guys. They are one of the lowest fees. They have fire blocks, which just means that they have a third-party custodian so that your funds are more secure. So definitely be checking if this is available in your country, as I definitely recommend Blofin. These guys are really good guys, and if you agree with their analysis and you agree with my opinion, then definitely looking towards signing up to Blofin so that you can take advantage of this opportunity. So yes, guys, you can see over here that we have the Bitcoin ETF inflows over here, and you can see actually we didn't have an inflow the last day or so. We had an outflow, and it was from BlackRock. So that was quite concerning for some people, but not for me. I think definitely we need to be looking deeper into this. Yes, we had an outflow, a big outflow from BlackRock, but again, we need to be evaluating, where are we in the market cycle? What's happening? Why is there outflow potentially? What's the implications? And one of them is potentially, you can see the investors into this ETF are typically retail. When you have bearish sentiment and you have bearish pullbacks, they typically have a lot of outflows and they get shaken out of the market too. So again, yes, they are investing into an institutional ETF, but again, the types of investors aren't as sophisticated as the 1% that do accumulate when we have massive fear and sell when we have euphoria. But if we look deeper again, this is another reason. So the second reason is the Ethereum ETF and the Ethereum situation right now. You can see that Ethereum is massively lagging Bitcoin. So you can see EPTC, and I'm calling for a bottom over there. You can see if I go onto the lower time frames for Ethereum Bitcoin, we had this drawing, we highlighted the different scenarios, and we were looking for a massive push from EPTC. If you go to my channel, that's exactly where we're covering it. You can see over here we're looking for an Ethereum potential higher low. I put the question mark there, but I had conviction. I was telling you guys this is potentially the bottom for Ethereum. We're looking for a macro or a micro higher low before we start pushing in towards our previous week's high. And if we look in towards the charts right now, that's exactly what we're doing. So make sure to smash up that like button, post notifications on so you can be updated every time I do upload and every time I do bring some new data to the table, because that is exactly what I was seeing and that's exactly what's happening. So we're taking advantage as we're outperforming Bitcoin right now as we're long ETH. So things are looking extremely good. But back to the ETFs, you can see that we had no outflows from BlackRock yesterday for the Ethereum ETF. So that gives us a little clue that yes, there's an outflow from the Bitcoin ETF. However, for the Ethereum ETF from BlackRock yesterday, we had 0 outflows. So again, risk might be coming further down the curve. We have our money flow chart over here. You can see that your money actually flows from Bitcoin in phase 1 in towards Ethereum in phase 2, from Ethereum in phase 2 in towards phase 3, it goes into your large caps, and then you have full-blown altsies in phase 4, where typically that's the shortest time in terms of the phases. It's the shortest time frame that happens. It's very quick. However, it's one of the most explosive times to be making the massive gains, to roll that back into Bitcoin before you get that correction, and then that's how you get more Bitcoin in the longer term. It's playing these cycles and making sure that you understand the different phases. So in my opinion, I think that definitely we're seeing something happening in the market. We're seeing a little shift here. We need to be paying attention and looking into this more deeply. Yes, we had a big outflow from your BlackRock ETF on Bitcoin yesterday, but we didn't have the same thing on Ethereum, showing that there isn't panic in the market, because both of them would have massive outflows if investors were just scared that we're going to get some massive correction. We know that Ethereum is a higher beta play to Bitcoin, and if Ethereum goes down 1%, Bitcoin might be down only 0.5%. But if Bitcoin goes up 3%, Ethereum might go up around 5-6%. So again, it was likely that we would have seen a bigger outflow from Ethereum, in fact, if there was something to be worrying about in the market. But I think, do not be fooled, guys. This is a massive trap, as you can tell by the title. So again, just to be covering Bitcoin, watch my last video if you want more details. I'm just going to briefly cover it for the sake of time. You can see we have bullish divergence exactly playing now. We have this falling wedge exactly playing now. It's looking really good, guys, because we are bouncing, so we need to be paying attention. And you can see over here, we have our volume node. It's looking like this is massive resistance, because if bulls can't follow through with massive buying pressure, especially from spot, because leverage is quite low. We don't have funding rates extremely high. We have them quite low. So definitely, if leverage can actually increase just a little bit, and then we have massive spot buying, that will actually help us to move price higher. You can see the long to short ratio is skewed towards the longs, so majority are typically wrong. Statistics points to majority being wrong, so that may be a warning that yes, we can get a little pullback when we punch in towards that 99k level, and then we actually start coming down potentially to form a right shoulder, like I talked about in my last video. So you see you have your left shoulder, your head, your right shoulder, and we want to see follow through from the bulls. You have this nice trend line in play there. You can look in towards an ascending triangle over there. You can look in towards another higher low, so you can see you had a lower low over here. We broke market structure, but we want to see the trend shift. So even if we can actually punch in something like this, so a nice higher high with a closing candle, and then we get the pullback and create a higher low, that will be very good. That will be looking extremely good, where we have that massive inverse head and shoulder. So you can see left shoulder, then you have your head, your right shoulder, and then that's where on the neckline you get a massive breakout in towards new highs. So that'll be it for me, guys. Make sure to be following me on Twitter to stay up to date with all the updates that I do have on alt season, on the charts, and some of the charts that I actually include on the YouTube. Make sure to be following me on Twitter, as I post on here as well. And yes, guys, Ethereum's actually breaking out as I'm speaking. This is a little bit later after I recorded my video, and then the later half of the video I had a lot more stuff, but I'm having problems on my side. I'm not at my setup, as I said. After this week, I'll be back at my setup, back in London, ready to actually bring you guys all the different charts and the proper analysis. Right now I'm kind of managing, so I lost all the footage from the second part, but you can see right now Ethereum, we're at 146% profits over there. As you can see, almost $600 in the profit over there, guys. So I'm seeing a potential scenario for you guys to actually take advantage. So if you want to be entering some trades, looking towards this retest for Ethereum. So you can see we've broken out of this as exactly as predicted. We said consolidation is bullish, you get the most explosive moves. You guys, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm not just speaking out of my ass here. So yes, on the retest there, that's a nice area where you could potentially look for a long opportunity, and you could bang your stops below these previous lows over here, and then you could target all-time highs, and maybe you can hold for the Fibonacci target all the way at the 7k mark over there. So yes, guys, this is an opportunity to be paying attention and waiting for that power of 3, as we spoke about on the Ethereum chart over there. So you can see I'm even getting alerts on all of these altcoins that are actually pumping. But if I increase the opacity here that we talked about, the power of 3, we have that expansion phase as well, where we're getting the most explosive moves. So watch out for that retest on that previous resistance that is now potentially going to turn into support once we get candle closes. Make sure to be waiting for that 4 hourly candle close there above this resistance. You want to see at least 3 candle closes above this resistance. So even if the third one's a red one but it's still above this resistance, so around 3,500, that is still very bullish and you're still looking for continuation a lot higher. And I would even potentially scale my trade just one more time depending on what I'm seeing. But again, watch out for the scenario, and if you want to be taking advantage, you know where to go. First link in the description over there. You click on this link over here, it will take you to this page over here, and if it's available in your country and you've checked that yes it's available, then yeah, you could definitely come to Blofin. And this is a great exchange where they have so many bonuses going on. So yes guys, make sure to actually be signing up. You can see you have so many bonuses going on for Blofin. So that'll be it from me guys. Have a blessed rest of your day. Peace guys, see ya, bye bye.